going to talk about how we homestead in the winter time.
And not hate it.
Homesteading in the winter is hard. We're in New England, so we get cold, snowy winters. North Dakota, I don't want to hear it. If you live in North Dakota, we're masochistic or something. We're seeing temperatures below zero this week and lots of blowy, windy snow.
Okay, let's be straight for a minute here. Some of you North Carolina YouTubers be making videos about winter. And us New Englanders are like, come on, that ain't winter. But then, some of you in the comments are gonna be like, I live in Saskatchewan. The lower half of my body is currently frozen in place. So I guess it's all relative. You're all welcome to come out. Nobody even wants to come out in this, which is the point. Winter homesteading, it's relative to everybody. Whether it's minus 20 or 20, if it's that time of year where nobody wants to come out in this, nobody wants to come out. That's what winter is on the homestead. Over the last 6 years of homesteading in New England, we've learned that there are 3 things that can make the difference between homesteading in the winter and homesteading in the winter and hating it.
For me, the most important thing to working and homesteading in the winter is being dressed warmly enough. Because I hate being cold outside. I hate it. So I always dress warmer than what I think I need to. And then if I heat up in the barn milking, which I usually do, I just take off a layer. So for me this year, my saving grace has been my insulated overalls. I love them. That way I don't even have to change out of my PJs in the morning, I just put them over. And that helps a lot too. Schmitt Overalls from Tractor Supply, I got them on sale at the end of last winter. But don't go too late because they sell out fast. We'll put links in the descriptions below so you can find them online.
Even the guineas don't want to fly down in this. I don't blame them. Today we're getting that bomb cyclone. It's that fancy term the weathermen are calling snowstorms so they get more views on their video. Clickbait! I spent a lot of time hunting out in the cold. And one trick that I learned real early on was the importance of layers. At least double layer everything. 2 pairs of socks, a thin pair and a thick pair. 2 shirts, a couple hats. If you do layers, you'll always feel warm.
I wear a hat, I wear a scarf, I wear mittens, I wear a fleece under my down jacket. So when I come in here and I take off my down coat, I still have the fleece on. Colder than I was inside. Would you stop? My goal is when I step outside is to not feel any colder than I felt inside. And if I accomplish that, it's success.
The second important key to making sure that you get through your homesteading winter without hating it is to have the proper infrastructure. This is make or break stuff right here. That is a frost-free hydrant. They're a little tricky to install. It'll take you, a day to dig the hole, get it in the ground right, have the gravel at the bottom, stake it properly as you backfill it. But they're worth their, oh shoot. Oops. They're worth their weight in whatever the metal is they're made of, because that's what they charge for them. A frost-free hydrant allows you to have running water at your barn, in your barn, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. You can't do that with a regular spigot on the side of a barn or a sink even inside a barn if it's not well insulated. They will freeze. The reason a frost-free hydrant works so well is because the water drains down the pipe, and the only spot where there's water currently with that off is 3 or 4 feet down in the ground. Having good water infrastructure is the most important. Another key to this, that blue bucket you see right there with no ice in it, that's an electric bucket. It is plugged in so that water does not freeze. That means your animals always have access to unfrozen water, no matter how cold and blustery it is, and it's easy to re-water them when the time comes. Hi, hello.
Have a shelter for your animals outside where it will at least break the wind. So they'll come in here and you can see it'll be a nice windbreak for them. They're not gonna get cold today, but they will want to get out of the wind, like we all do. Overfill my bucket a little bit there.
Maybe a little.
Oh, somebody's been waiting too long.
Talk about timing. Another important part of your infrastructure is having a lot of storage area for feed. We got our hay delivery just yesterday. We knew this storm was coming, and we wanted to make sure we had a couple months worth of hay bales before the snow starts piling up here. Having some good storage space can make or break your winter. Let's get real here.
What?
What's your least favorite thing about homesteading in the winter?
The chicken poop just sits on top of the snow. It becomes just like one big slippery slide of chicken poop. It's like a big poopy slip and slide. So let's be real here, Ost. Can we call you Ost?
Aw, shucks.
What do you hate about it other than everything?
I don't know if I can pinpoint one thing. So everything is just harder when it's cold. Every time you stub your toe, it hurts more. You know, dealing with frozen buckets and feeders. You just have a lot more things that can go wrong. Yesterday our neighbor called us. Their pipes are frozen. They have a big farm, a bunch of animals. Homesteading is a lot of work, and it adds a unnecessary amount of other work that, like, in May you don't have to deal with.
Even the cows don't want to go out in this. Come on. The third thing that makes it easier for us to come out here every day is having animals that we love and a product that we love. So I don't mind coming out here and milking every day because I love the milk, and I like what we make from the milk, and I love the quiet time that it gets me when I get out of the house.
If you're raising animals that you're frustrated with, goats, and that aren't giving you a good product, goats.
Got a bad cough, man.
Yeah, it's this weather. Every day when you got to come out in this, you're gonna be like, no thanks.
And Austin would. Every time he had to feed the goats. Don't, stupid goats, don't give us any milk. Hate these goats. Sell these goats on Craigslist every day in the wintertime.
I always edit my whining out of our videos. I've been known to whine once or twice. So make sure you're doing something that you really enjoy. There's no point to doing this if you're not having a good time doing it. It's kind of like my motto for life. I hope if you got hit by this cyclone bombo, I hope you survived. We got the generator outside the house. We're ready to lose power. Got a lot of meat in there that cannot go bad. Be sure to subscribe. We're doing a daily video. And make sure to sign up for our email list, guys. YouTube does not share all our videos with you. It thinks it knows better than you what you want to watch. But every Friday I send my email list all our videos. So if you think you know better than YouTube, hit that link right there and subscribe to our email list. Take back the power from YouTube.
Okay, I'm done.